You talked about your anxiety and how you dealt with that. Did that stem from, I think I remember you mentioning that the first time we spoke over Zoom. I'm assuming like you touring and doing shows and being thrown into these new experiences must have made it worse. Everything. So how did you deal with that?
I didn't, to be honest. Each day I got up, I hoped that I felt better than yesterday, or I hoped that I could just like get through the day in a sense and not have to quit on a certain show or whatever we were doing. I got really, really like fearful of like live performances, like in a general of like the Jimmy Fallon thing. I was crapping myself, like just 50 people staring at me doing live vocals because I'd never performed before. It was just like, if I knew, I'd get anxiety from knowing something was coming up 4, 5, 6 days later, 2 weeks later, I know it's coming. So I'm constantly thinking about it. And then like when it's done, you feel good, but it's like the before that, it's just like you're sweating, and I get physical anxiety. So a lot of people don't realize that anxiety comes in different forms. Me, I get like a really boiling back and neck. I get dizzy. I get nauseous. I get like physical symptoms. So yeah, I will literally like feel like I'm sick because I have anxiety. Yeah. Some other people are different. So how did I handle it? I mean, one thing I did was I did use Justin Bieber's guy, Buzz, who helped Justin Bieber with anxiety. So I did actually get help while I was in LA. No one really
what type
knows
of
that.
Things?
Just like diet, exercise, breathing patterns, how to handle it. Like for me, like a lot of people if you see people that are anxious, they'll maybe rub their eyes, or they'll go like this. They'll rub through their head. That for me, that doesn't work. Like there's physical things you can do to try and help yourself. I tried meditating. There was just multiple things, but a lot of it for me is just, it's just around the come up when it's happening and it's big and there's pressure or whatever it may be. So
I heard recently, like working out before a performance is like a good anxiety killer, you know? So I've been meaning to try that too, because I've been, scheduling my tour, the Sound Advice tour, where I go city to city and like speak in front of like groups of, music creators. And, I get the same feelings, probably not to the same degree as you, but I still get those feelings of anxiety and like, you got like the bubble guts and, I start getting anxious and nervous. And I've been thinking like, I naturally just work out every other day anyway, but I feel like that might be a good thing for me to test next time, like do a quick little workout and see if it helps,
a lot of people know working out isn't my go-to routine.
Is it?
No, it's not. Quite a big fella. I'd rather sit there and be in my thoughts, but I will try it out, whether it's a little 5-minute push-up session. Maybe I'll throw a bit of stretches in, get them on. Well, it's more to do, on a serious note, besides me joking, it's more to do when it comes with anxiety. It's how can I deter my mind from thinking about what I'm thinking about. Right. And with working out, one, you're concentrating on your heartbeat, you're concentrating on your technique. There's multiple things your brain is then switched to. And then obviously you're releasing all the chemicals from your brain and stuff as well. Yeah. So there's multiple things. So I can see how that would help. I personally think meditation and like happy place thinking is a real cool thing. Like one of my things I used to do was I'd used to imagine being at an NBA game, watching NBA, and I'd like close my eyes and like get like images of Kobe and stuff, and it would like because I love basketball, so like puts me in a happy place. Or I just think about things where I was like, man, this was such a good day. And apparently chewing gum is really good for anxiety as well. Just chewing in general. Yeah, because when you're chewing, you're telling your brain you're doing something, and then it takes it away from.
I I
the
chew gum on the
anxiety that you
airplane because I get anxiety before I fly too, which is weird because I never used
me
to.
too.
I never used to
I
get
hate
anxiety
traveling.
about a lot of things, and once I hit, you know, my probably 30s or mid 30s, I just started having these like fears of things that I never used to have, like flying, like before I get on a flight or before I travel, like travel days, I get anxiety. It's like, where the fuck is this coming from?
Yeah. Sometimes
and
it's
you-
based around not having control as well. Like when I'm at
Yes.
home, I feel very comfortable because I'm in control. I can choose whether I want to be
Of
in
course.
this room. I can choose whether I want to get up and just lay down. But once you're in a plane, you're out of control. You're at the seatbelts
and you're fucking
on.
30,000 feet above the ground.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, like people don't know, but I had crazy anxiety on planes. Like I remember our flight from, I think it was Romania to Turkey or something, and I literally like sat in the seat. My anxiety was so bad, and I just go, "F this!" like really loud, and everyone just looked at me, and then my team looked at me, and then I had to take is it a Valium? I took a Valium. And I just passed out. Like I was at the point where I had to take something on the plane just to like stop my anxiety. But obviously I don't do that anymore.
yeah, I mean, I feel like that could be a dangerous path too, because then you start relying on Valium to get you through.
Yeah, I'm a very like I can cut things off very easy if I want to. So for me, I think I did Valium for about a month on and off. Maybe I did like 6 to 10. It wasn't a lot over a monthly period, and then after that, I'm like, well, it's good, but it's not gonna like cure me.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. You know what it is? It's the thought of being on this like piece of metal flying 30,000 feet above the ground, knowing that you're not driving it, knowing that you can't control where it's going, knowing that there are 100 other people on in the same vessel as you, knowing that you know, if you need to do certain things that you would have the comfort of at home or like whatever, you have like no control over anything when you're on a plane. And I think it's those thoughts that just like, it's almost like this cycle that just fucks with you and gets magnified, and you start
Especially if
thinking,
you're claustrophobic as well at the same time.
yeah, that too, because you're crammed into these tiny ass seats. There's just so many things about flying, bro, that is terrifying if you really think about it.
Yeah, it is an amazing thing. Like I always say, I look at planes in there and I'm just like, isn't it crazy that there's like 300 to 400 people in that right now, just going somewhere. Like it's nuts how far we've come as like humans in general and technology. But yeah, it's still terrifying.
Yeah, it is.